Jamie Fisher. 15 laps the distance. The top 4 cars advance into the plus-minus handicap at a turn 4 green flag. Round 1 qualifying is underway for the Twin State 100 for the American Canadian Tour. And Tyler Cahoon in the 38 gets the jump on the inside. Coming out of turn 4, Cahoon will lead lap 1, bringing the inside lane with him. Only 4 will advance into the Twin State 100 out of round 1. And on the bubble, it's the 4 right now with Scotty Vermont's Chris Riando as he gets into Joe Tatro. Tatro tries, we're still having some trouble as Tatro still trying to find his way around. And he cuts off the 55 of Phil Scott, and Scott gets into him. Tatro goes around in the 73, and we go to yellow. Yellow flag. The state senator from Montpelier, Phil Scott in the 55. Harrison Ready Mix car. Here they come out of turn 4. Green flag. Green is down. Dwyer in the 73 working the outside like he's been here before. He works the outside of the 38 of Tyler Cahoon. In turn 3, it's Dwyer bringing it all the way up to the bright yellow wall. And Joey Dwyer takes the lead on lap 3. The Berwick, Maine youngster, Dwyer, who just got an at-large invitation to the ACT Invitational at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway, is now working his way into a qualifying lead spot right now as the outside lane begins to move forward. Dwyer in the 73, the JBG machine car, your leader. On the outside, the 55 of Phil Scott working second place on the 38 of Tyler Cahoon, and Scott has the position. Meanwhile, the 4 of Riando feeling the pressure from the Granite Stater of Randy Potter. Potter in the 02 on the inside battle for the final plus-minus transfer spot out of turn 4. 15 laps the distance, plenty of time to make your move here in the qualifying heats of the Twin State 100. And right now the move is being put on the 4 of Riando by the 02 of Randy Potter. Potter goes to 4 spot. Your battle for second continues. The 55 of Phil Scott on the outside of the 38 of Tyler Cahoon with a side-by-side battle, unlike we've seen here, as they continue it side by side. Each driver running their groove respectively and with as much horsepower as they can. 55 Scott fades just a bit on the outside. 38 Cahoon tries to take it back on the out of the backstretch. It's the inside lane that's the advantage. Going into 3 and 4, it's the outside that gets hooked up. But here comes the 38 Cahoon back down low. Cahoon with a half car length advantage going into turn 2 down the backstretch. Phil Scott brings it back. Scott now with the advantage. Coming out of 4, Cahoon takes it back a little sideways, but Scott has it. And here comes the 02 of Randy Potter. Potter trying to work his plus handicap up to a +1 if he can make it as he works the outside. 55 of Phil Scott from 7th to 2nd, a +5 for Phil Scott right now. Meanwhile, Joey Dwyer with a +1. He's got no more to gain with 2 to go. 2 laps to go for the youngster from South Berwick, Maine. Joey Dwyer in the 73. 55 Scott and the 02 Randy Potter putting the move on the 38 of Tyler Cahoon on the front stretch, now the back stretch into turn 3. 02 Potter up high. 38 Cahoon down low, and Randy Potter has third to the white flag. One more lap around this 3rd mile, Twin State Speedway for the 38 of Tyler, for the 73 rather of Joey Dwyer. Checkers fly, and Dwyer brings a +1 to the main event. +5 for Phil Scott from 7th to 2nd. Randy Potter. There's your final car. 10 cars, 15 laps. The top 4 will advance to the plus-minus handicap. Here they come into turn 4. Chief starter Mike Wilder gives them the green flag. Green is down. Paya with a jump. Paya brings it way high at a turn 4. We go 3 wide down the backstretch. Hayward in the 77 backs off. 55, Brent Dragon makes up a spot on the inside. Battle up front, Dave Paya in the 72, the 7 of Eric Williams on the outside. Williams, multi-time American Canadian Tour winner, and winner of the prestigious Chittenden Milk Bowl. And Paya gets a little sideways out of 1 and 2, and around goes the 72 car in turn 2. As he was pushing up into the 7 of Williams, Williams held ground. We stay green. We stay green, lap 3, and the 7 of Eric Williams getting some pressure from the 27 of Chris Bergeron. Bergeron in the 27 right up to the rear deck, led to the 7 of Eric Williams. On the bubble, it's the 33 of Mark Palmisano. Palmisano in the 33 on the bubble in the 33 car in the back straightaway. 89 Paye, 55 Brent Dragon. Oh, Dragon gets to the inside of the 89. Paye nearly shuts the door, and we have a battle for second now. Here comes the 37 of Brian Oro. We're going to split the leader down the backstretch. 3 wide. Bergeron backs off in turn 2. Bergeron gives the lift going into 3. And now the 37 of Brian Hoare. On the outside of the 7 of Eric Williams, Hoare takes the lead. A +2 for Hoare in the 37 car. And here comes the 55 Brent Dragon as they're stacking it up behind Palmisano for that final qualified spot. Final transfer position at stake. Palmisano in the 33 has it with a halfway. Cross flags this time. Cross flags out from the flag stand. 8 complete, 7 remain. And the 55 Brent Dragon takes the inside lane to 4th. Dragon from 8th to 4th, a +4 right now, but he may not be done. The 7 of Williams is protecting that inside lane. 27 Bergeron does not want the outside groove, and so that'll leave it up to the 55 of Brent Dragon. If he wants to make up any more ground, he'll have to go to the outside. Here comes the 37 Hoare to put another one down. Brian Hoare from 3rd to 1st, a +2 handicap for the Williston, Vermont driver, and the number 2 point man, our point leader, being shuffled down to the back. Scott Paye, the point leader in the 89 car, being shuffled back to midfield right now. On the bubble, the 55 Brent Dragon with a +4 handicap as they come out of turn 4. Into turn 1, it's the 37 Hoare, the 7 of Williams, the 27 of Bergeron, and here comes 89 Paye trying to make up some ground. And now the 55 Brent Dragon tries the inside of the 27 of Bergeron as Bergeron left the inside lane open. And now Dragon will try the outside. Brent Dragon in the 55 trying to get a +5, and at this point have a front row start if he can pull it off. He's got 1 lap to do it. White flag this time. 1 lap to go. Keep your eye on the 55 Brent Dragon. He's going to give it 1 more shot. He gets to the inside of the 27 of Bergeron. Bergeron shuts the door. Checkers fly. Brian Hoare, Eric Williams, the 27 of Bergeron, and the 55 of Brent Dragon. So a +2 for Brian minus handicap system into the Twin State 100 main event. Here we go. Out of turn 4, green flag. Green is down, the 10, Ben Rowe gets the jump on the inside. Oh, the 14 car sideways. Gary Knight gets a little squirrely coming out of 2, but hangs on to it. Here they come out of turn 4. It's Ben Rowe, Chip Grenier in the 9, and the 34 car of Todd Davis. Davis in the 34 on the outside of the 2 of DeCoste. DeCoste from Quebec on the inside. Davis from Claremont, right here, a hometown boy. On the outside of the Canadian coming out of turn 4. Down the backstretch, it's the 10 of Ben Rowe, the 9 of Chip Grenier, the 2 of DeCoste, and the 34 of Gary Knight. Your top 4. Here comes the 79 car. The 79, Darrell Keene. He's fighting for that final transfer spot. He wants to come into the Twin State 100. He's working his way up from 6th up to 4th, trying to get a +2, the 79, as we battle for the 4th and final transfer spot in turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, it's the 79 of Keene. Down low, the 34 of Davis from Claremont up high, and Keene will take the position. Darrell Keene from Springfield, Massachusetts, right down Interstate 91, is on the inside. and continues to battle for that fourth and final qualified spot out of turn 4. And Keene will get the position. Meanwhile, up front, the 9, Chip Grenier. On the rear deck lid of the 10 of Ben Rowe and the Avery sweeping Lux Enterprise machine. Halfway this time. We'll come to the cross flags when they come back to the line. From Chief Starter Mike Wilder, your leader Ben Rowe in the 10, the 9 Chip Grenier, the 2 of DeCoste, and the 79 of Keene. Your top 4. Keene working a +2 right now, and everybody else holding steady at a par of 0. 26, John Donahue making his way from 8th up to 5th. Donahue in the National Guard Ford Fusion making his way up. Oh, we got a touch for the lead as the 10 Rowe and the 9 of Grenier mix it up in turn 3. And a battle for 4th spot shaping up as the 26 of Donahue is caught. The 79 of Keene. We'll see if he can do anything with him. Rowe in the 10. The 9, Grenier second. 3rd place, the 2 of DeCoste. The Canadian having a solid run here in round 1 qualifying. With 4 laps to go, Chief Starter Mike Wilder will click off one more and get ready for the 2 to go marker. We'll see if the 26 Donahue has anything for the 79 of Keene to get into round 1. Meanwhile, the 9 Grenier definitely catching the 10 of Rowe in the corners with 2 to go. 2 laps to go for Ben Rowe. Can he hold off the 9 of Chip Grenier? Can the 79 of Keene hold off the 26 of John Donahue? They continue to battle it out. White flag, 1 to go. White flag, 1 lap to go, and does Chip Grenier have anything? Does the 26 of Donahue have anything? Here comes Grenier to the outside. Checkers fly. Ben Rowe, Chip Grenier, the 2 of DeCoste, and the 79 of Darrell Keene, your top 4. The top 4 will advance to the plus-minus handicap system, and here we go. Punky Karen on the inside of the Canadian, Stefan DeCoste, 15 laps, turn 4, green flag. Green is down. Oh, and Karen takes up a little bit of racetrack in turn 2, but takes the lead. DeCoste goes down low in turn 3 and 4 to try to take it back. He can't do it out of turn 4. 81, Karen, your leader, the 10 car, DeCoste second. Here comes the 11. Car number 11, Brian Town. Town and the 11 car to the outside for second place. Oh, look out. Hayward goes around the 82. Mark Hayward, or Hudson rather. And car number 82 goes around turn 4. We stay green. It's like a shroud dragging on the 82. We should be clear. And your leader is Punky Karen to the 81. Second place is the 11 of Brian Town. 10, DeCoste second. 4th place is J.R. Robinson of the 28 car, your top 4. Keep your eye on the 7 of Glenn Luce. 7, Luce, 7th in points. 1 spot out of the Twin State 100 at the moment. Down the back straightaway, it's the 81 of Karen, your leader. Then it's the 11 with a +2 of Brian Town, local driver, having a great night here among the stars of the American-Canadian Tour. Then it's the Canadian, Stefan DeCoste, and the driver from all the way in Steuben, Maine, J.R. Robinson, your top 4. And then we have Turner, Maine, Glenn Luce in the 7 car. 1 spot out of the money. Down the backstretch, battle for 5th spot as the 29, Aaron Fellows, from the final row is working his way up to 5th spot. Started 9th, up to 5th right now. As he battles the 7 of Luce. Luce gives up the lane. Here comes Fellows with a +4 to transfer to the Consi halfway this time. Halfway this time by. 81, Karen, your leader. The 11 of Fellows second, then is the 10 of DeCoste. Robinson of the 28 running 4th. There's your top 4 coming out of turn 4. And here comes the 29 of Fellows. 29, Aaron Fellows has caught J.R. Robinson. He's looking for a +5. He's looking for a front row start on the Twin State 100. And he goes to the inside out of turn 4. He takes a look at the inside. He goes back up high in turns 1 and 2. J.R. Robinson all over the racetrack, trying to hold him off as Glenn Luce fades back. Here comes Fellows. Fellows gets the door shut in his face by Robinson. 11 laps complete. Keep your eye on the 29 of Aaron Fellows from Croydon, New Hampshire. Down the backstretch into turn 3. He's going to try to go high. He looks to the high side. Robinson doesn't give him any room. He ducks down low coming out of turn 4. Gets a position going into turn 1. And Robinson gives him a body slam. But Fellows goes from 9th to 4th. A +5 for Aaron Fellows in the 29 as he works out of turn 4. The 4th and final qualified spot with 2 laps to go. Aaron Fellows in car number 29 started 9th, and he worked his way, raced his way all the way up to 4th to a +5 handicap. White flag for the 81 of Karen. White flag for the 11 of Brian Town. The 10 of DeCoste and the 29 of Aaron Fellows, your top 4. Checkers are in the air. And the 81 of Punky Karen from Goshen. Pace car is in. Here we go. Eric Chase on the inside of Dallas Trombley. Green flag. 12 laps. 4 to qualify. 12 laps the distance. Top 4 cars to qualify. Eric Chase drifts up the racetrack in turn 2. Allows Trombley to move to the outside. Dallas Trombley, car number 25, on the outside, takes the lead for lap 1. Into turns 1 and 2, out of 3 and 4 now. It's the 40 of Eric Chase on the inside of the 8 car of Guy Karen. Karen in car number 8 on the outside. On the inside, it's the 40 of Eric Chase. Into turns 3 and 4. Chase down low, tries to keep his foot on the door, but the Karen car takes it away. Guy Karen in the 8 running second. Third place, the 40 of Eric Chase. Running in 4th is car number 4, Chris Riendo. Riendo in the 4 on the bubble. Yellow flag, caution on the speedway. We have a car around in turn 2. Looks like the 4. Here we go. Trombley's on the inside of the 25. On the outside is Guy Karen. Here they come out of turns 3 and 4. Green flag. Back underway. 3 complete. Trombley on the inside. It takes the lead on the outside. It's the 8 car of Karen. Karen trying to hang on to the outside lane, but here comes Trombley. Oh, Trombley gets kicked sideways as he gets on the binders in 1 and 2. Chase goes to the inside. Here comes Riendo in the 4. In turn 3, the 40 of Eric Chase goes to second. Guy Karen up high trying to dig in and hang on. Oh, and Chase gets a tap back. A little payback from the 8 car. And now we go 3 wide down the backstretch. Riendo on the inside. He backs off. Chase trying to hang on to the inside halfway this time. And now Chase gets knocked around again by the 4. The 4 gets a little shot back as Riendo falls back into 4th spot. Eric Chase in the 40 feeling like a pinball right now as he tries to hang on to 3rd spot. Black flag on the 72. Black flag on the 72 of Dave Paya. 25 Trombley, your leader out of turn 4. The 8 Karen second. 3rd place is the 40 of Eric Chase. Battle for 3rd, and Riendo takes it to the inside. Chase drifts up high. Riendo takes the spot. And now on the bubble is the 40 of Eric Chase. And here comes the 33. Oh, and they take each other out on the front stretch. Yellow flag, caution on the speedway. Mark Palmisano. Trombley on the inside of the 8 of Guy Karen. Here we go. Karen on the outside. Trombley down low on the 25. Out of turn 4, green flag. All Twin State regulars inside the top 4 and qualified into the Twin State 100. ACT regular, the Hurricane Jamie Fisher in the 18, the 28 J.R. Robinson trying to make it in. Top four cars pretty much keeping it close and tight. The 34 fading back just a little bit. That's Todd Davis. Davis on the outside trying to hang on to the 18 car. White flag, 1 to go. 1 lap to go. Battle for the final transfer spot. 18 Jamie Fisher on the inside. 34 Davis on the outside. And battle for the win out of turn 4. Daryl Trombley in the 25. He takes it away. Trombley in the 25. Dallas Trump, Dave Brown Auto Body car on the inside of the National Guard Ford Fusion of John Donahue. Here they come at a turn 4. 12 laps, 4 to qualify. Green flag. Oh, green flag, and we got big troubles with a car on the wall. 41, Pete Potvin gets a piece of the wall in turn 1. He keeps it going. We stay green. As out of turn 4, the top 2 cars were going sideways. And now we get a tire down on the 08. Lashua in the 08 with the left front tire down. He's going to limp it home. Lashua limping it home in the 08 car. 26 Donahue, your leader. 77 of Hayward from Unity, New Hampshire. Second, third place, Stange in the 44. In your fourth and final qualifier, the 89 of Scott Paye. Here comes the 97 of Joey Pohl. 2 out of your top 3 point drivers, 4th and 5th right now with your point leader in the catbird seat. 26 Donahue, your leader, and it's Mark Hayward in the 77 running second. Turns 3 and 4. The 26 Donahue hanging on to it. Keep your eye on the 97 of Joey Pohl. He's trying to make up some ground. Battle for third spot. 89 Paye goes under the 44 of Stange. Stands from Athol, Massachusetts on the outside. The 89 Paye on the inside, and Paye gets the position. And now it's Joey Pohl's turn to see what he can do as we get past the halfway point. 6 complete, 6 to go in this Consi heat number 2 for the American Canadian Tour's Twin State 100. Out of turn 4, here they come. 97 Pohl, 1 spot out of the money. He's trying to qualify in round 2 if he can. We'll see if he can pull it off as he closes up on the back of the 44 of Stange. The number 3 point driver on the American Canadian Tour point standings is the 97 of Joey Pohl. Pohl trying every line he can to catch the 44 of Stange and maybe put it away. We'll see if he can pull it off here out of turn 4 with just 3 to go. Two laps to go when they come back to the line, and it's the 26 of Donahue, 77 Hayward, 89 Paye, and the 44 of Stange. Paye going up one more. Paye trying to bring his handicap up. We'll see if he can pull it off. And here comes Pohl to the inside for 4th. Battle in turn 3 for 2nd and 4th. Coming out of turn 4, it's going to be Paye for 2nd. Joey Pohl, 4th spot with 1 to go. Scott Paye in the 89 trying to carry his plus-minus handicap forward, and he does. Checkered 4. Here they come at a turn 4. Green flag. B feature, last chance qualifier under green. Jacob McGrath takes a quick peek at 3 wide, but checks up. Stands to the lead in the 44. Dennis Stange in car number 44, your leader out of turn 4. He'll lead lap 1. Stands from Athol, Massachusetts, your leader down the backstretch. 34. Davis from Claremont battling with Albany Township, Maine's Ricky Rolfe on the outside of turn 4. Rolfe races to 2nd. 34 Davis hanging tough on the inside though, trying to get a little bit of a grip, a little bit of an advantage down low, can't do it, and Rolfe begins to pull away. Ricky Rolfe in the 51 car to 2nd. 3rd place, the 34 of Todd Davis running in 4th. Car 31 of Luke Hinckley. Hinckley in the 31. Oh, look out, trouble, turn 4. The 99 goes around. Gets into the 28 of Stange on the inside. 51, Rolf on the outside. Here they come out of turns 3 and 4. Green flag. Oh, trouble, front stretch, big trouble. 14, 2 to qualify. Here they come out of turn 4. Stange in the 44 down low. Ricky Rolf up high. They look to chief starter Mike Wilder. Green flag. Oh, green is down and more trouble at the start. And it continues into turns 1 and 2, and we're going to go into yellow once again. Caution on the speedway. In the 44 on the inside of the 51, Ricky Rolf. Out of turn 4, here we go again. Green flag. Green is down, a clean start into turns 1 and 2. Stands on the inside, 51, Rolf on the outside. They battle side by side. Rolf gets on the binders in turn 2. Stands takes the lead. Dennis Stange in car 44 takes the, oh, trouble mid-pack. Oh, and we got one up into the dirt bank. The 73, Joe Tatro, goes in the air and climbs the dirt bank in turn. The 31 of Luke Hinckley, again, your top 4. They remain unchanged. At a turn 4, green flag. Back to green, stands in the 44. Look out, the 41 of Pete Potvin, the 72 of Dave Paya get it roughed up in turn 2. We're okay. Your leader's the 44 of Stange. Stands in the 44 on the inside. Ricky Rolf on the outside. Here comes the 34 of Davis. Todd Davis. Oh, look out, the 51. Rolf gets kicked up out of the groove, and he's trying to hang on to it. Rolf in the 51 scrambling to get sure footing once again as the Claremont regulars start to dominate the B feature on lap 7. Down the backstretch, 44 stands your leader, the 34 car of Todd Davis, second. Then it's the 33 of Mark Palmisano from Hadley, Massachusetts. Palmisano's back in the hunt with 10 complete. Down the backstretch, into turns 1, 3, and 4. Now they come to the cross flags halfway this time. Halfway for the 44 of Stange. Out of turn 4, it is Stange, your leader. 34, Davis, second. Third place, Palmisano. Fourth place, the 31 of Hinckley, but only the top 2 qualify. Only the top 2 make it in to the Twin State 100. Into turns 3 and 4, it is the 44 Stange, 34 Davis, 33 Palmisano. Meanwhile, on a battle for ACT Provisionals, the 51 of Ricky Rolf, the 7 of Glenn Luce are battling for the final provisional spot. $14 complete. $44, Dennis Stange hanging tough. Davis knows he's in. He's hanging on. Palmisano on the outside looking in. He's putting in some pressure, putting in some heat now in the 34. Into turns 3 and 4 once again. It's Dennis Stange, your leader, the 34, Davis, second. Third place is Palmisano. 2 laps to go this time. 2 laps to go for Dennis Stange in the 44. If he can hang on to it, Davis, Todd Davis in the 34 running second. And Mark Palmisano in the 33 trying everything he can to break in the top 2, but time is running out. White flag, 1 to go in the last chance qualifier. And it's Dennis Stange, 34 of Davis, 1 and 2. Into turns 3 and 4, the final turn of the wheel, and Dennis Stange wins the B feature. Second place, 34, Todd Davis. And on the outside, it's Mark Palmisano, one spot out of it in the 33 car.
The lineup's looking good. Tim has the flag in his hand. Here we come. Good start. We're green. And it's Erica Santos diving from the outside around Paul Skelly, taking the lead, and Russ Storer comes right through after her, followed by Randy Cabral. Then Adam Cantor, and Noki Fanoro has come all the way up into 5th already. Santos, Russ Storer, Randy Cabral, 1, 2, 3, pulling away a little from Adam Cantor and Noki Fanoro. Remember, Noki Fanoro in 5th now has had the fast laps all night long. He was the fastest in practice and the fastest in his heat. Underneath, Greg Storer gave him a battle, but couldn't. Randy Cabral and, oops, yellow. Got a yellow. And Greg Storer. Randy Cabral and Adam Cantor, and we're green. Santos uses as much shock as possible, trying to keep Storer behind her. Santos leads the next lap. No, Storer has it. Side by side, 1st and 2nd and 4th and 5th. Storer gets the lead away from Santos. Cabral is now the next to look at her. Randy Cabral goes under, not without some discussion. And now Noki Fanoro is under Adam Cantor, fighting for that 4th spot. We got a battle for 1st and a battle for 4th. And it's Randy Cabral, our point leader, out in front once again. Randy Cabral, Greg Storer, Erica Santos, Adam Cantor, and Noki Fanoro. Randy Cabral, who's our win leader with 3 wins already this year, looking for his 4th win here. Well out in front now. Greg Storer still holding down 2nd, and Erica Santos 3rd. Adam Cantor and Noki Fanoro are still battling for 4th. First car gets lapped as we're at the halfway point. Lee Bundy having trouble with that new engine. He's falling a lap down. Randy Cabral arrived late. His car was warmed up by other people, but he's got this place figured out. He is just running off with it now. And Noki Fanoro has gotten by Cantor and now has gotten by Santos. Noki might be the only guy who has something for Cabral, but he's got a long way to go. Randy Cabral way out in front as Noki Fanoro now is caught up to Greg Storer. Here's the battle for 2nd coming across the line. Noki Fanoro takes 2nd from Greg Storer. And we have a yellow. We have a gray, yellow. Right behind Randy Cabral and Noki Finoro. And we've got to go one more lap. Green is out again. Side by side, Cabral and Finoro. Two of the best. Side by side. U-turns 3 and 4 down the front stretch. Cabral gets the edge down the back stretch. Finoro's coming back on the outside. Can't do it, he's going to try underneath him and does. Cabral slipped just a little bit and Finoro went under him, but Cabral shuts the door and Finoro takes the lead again. Cabral and Finoro, tooth and nail. Looks like Cabral has the edge with 2 to go. 2 to go this time by. Greg Storr is holding on to 3rd. Cantor is 4th and Santos is 5th. White flag for Cabral and Finoro. One more chance for Finoro. Closes in but then loses it on the backstretch. Not quite enough, and Randy Cabral takes the checkered flag.
Car racing ready, dead ahead. Phil Scott in the 55. On the inside of Aaron Fellows in the 29, green flag. Car around front stretch. Car number 11 goes around in the front stretch. That's the 11 car of Brian Town. Loops it in. He'll keep going. We stay green. No flag on the 11. Oh, trouble. Turn 2. 2 cars around. And everybody else piling in. Yellow flag. Turn 1. Twin State 100. Phil Scott in the 55. Brings it down with the 29 of Fellows. Out of turn 4, green flag. Back to green, the 7 of Glenn Luce having a rocky start, but we're all right. We stay green, track is clear, and Phil Scott clicks off lap 2. Everybody making it through lap turns 1 and 2. Lap 2 is complete. Here they come out of turn 4, getting a little rocky up front as the 25 car of Dallas Trombley and the 8 of Guy Caron mix it up just a little bit. Caron goes to the inside. He'll take the 3rd spot away from Trombley out of turn 4. And it is now Guy Caron in the 8 car. Trombley in the 25, and here comes the 73 of Joey DeIron. A young driver from Berwick, Maine, already qualified at large for the New Hampshire Invitational, the ACT Invitational at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Working his way into 4th spot. As the field strings out just a little bit in turns 3 and 4, it's Phil Scott, your leader. 29, Aaron Fellows, the 8 of Guy Caron. Then it's the 73 of Joey DeIron. 30, or the 55 rather, of Brent Dragon on the inside of the 25 of Dallas Trombley for 5th spot, and Dragon will take that spot away. Meanwhile, your point leader trying to make his way up through. He's got a line on the inside groove, bringing the 97 of Joey Poe with him. 89 Scott Paye coming out of turn 4, making quick work of the 38 of Tyler Cahoon and the 7 of Eric Williams. Williams cuts down in front of the 97 of Pohl, and he'll try the inside as the 38 Cahoon now will try the outside of the 7 car, see if he can get past him. Meanwhile, up front, it's the 55, Phil Scott. Battle for third spot, the 73, Joey Iron takes it away from Aaron Fellows, and Guy Karen has taken second spot as well, as now Karen, the 2009 late model champion here at Twin State Speedway, is starting to dig in hot pursuit of the 55 of Phil Scott. The pink pig flag coming out on the 81 car of Punky Karen. 81 Karen gonna get the piggy flag for being all over the racetrack. Meanwhile, the 7 of Glenn Luce goes a lap down. He's just not having a good night here at Twin State Speedway. A long drive for the Turner main driver to come in and have a very lackluster performance here tonight. Meanwhile, up front is still Phil Scott on the 55. Black flag coming out on the 7 of Glenn Luce. Black flag on the 7 of Luce, as he will try to find an open spot to head for pit road. We'll see if he can do it here. He's got heavy traffic behind him, unable to find an open spot. Luce trying to work his way pit road to heed the black flag. Certainly not up to speed. Glenn Luce in the 7th. And Glenn Luce heads down pit road. Your leader continues to be number 55 of Phil Scott, followed by the 8 of Guy Karen. 73, Joey DeWiron, the 55, Brent Dragons 4th. Running in 5th, Aaron Fellows in car number 29. Then it's the 26 of John Donahue in 6th. 7th, Brian Hoare in the 37 car. Dallas Trombley running in 8th spot in car number 25. 9th place is the 02 Randy Potter. Rounding out your top 10 is the 9 car of Chip Grenier. Slowly making his way up through the field, the 89 Scott Paye, the point leader, has got some ground to make up on the number 2 point driver of Brian Hoare, who is several spots ahead. Battle in turns 3 and 4 between the 41 of Pete Potvin, the 33 of Paul Masano. And it looks like they're going to race side by side down the backstretch. This is for a position just inside the top 20 between the 41 of Potvin and the 33 car of Mark Palmisano. And Potvin bobbles out of turn 2, and Palmisano will get the position. Your leader has caught the tail end of the field. Phil Scott is in turns 1 and 2. He's put the 44 of Dennis Stange, winner of the B feature, down a lap. And he's got the 51 of Ricky Rolfe in the crosshairs as the Lamberton Electric Ford Fusion is moving forward. Bright green with white numbers. Phil Scott's Shriners car. It's the car that David Reagan raced at Thunder Road International Speed Bowl just past Thursday. A week ago yesterday to a 10th place finish at one of the nation's toughest short tracks. And Phil Scott is making it work for him here today at another tough racetrack here at the Twin State Speedway. Down the backstretch he goes. He's got the 4 car coming up next of Chris Riendo. He'll be the next one to put a lap down as Phil Scott continues to move forward. Meanwhile, no change inside the top 5 with the 29 car of Aaron Fellows continuing your 9th place driver. Battle for fifth now between the 29 fellows, the 26er John Donahue. And Fellows hangs on to fifth spot. Donahue's right there, however. Donahue in the 26 trying to use a lap car of Stange as a pick. It didn't work. Now the 37 of Brian Orr going backwards behind the 44 of Stange. He lost 3 positions as the 02 Randy Potter, the 25 of Dallas Trombley, and the 9 of Chip Grenier made a bye. So the 44, or rather the 37 of Brian Orr falls back a few spots. Meanwhile, up front, it's still Phil Scott. Second place now, Joey DeWiron in the 73. Running in third, 55, Brent Dragon. As Guy Karen got shuffled back to fourth spot. Karen in the 8 car got shuffled back to fourth on the laps car of Ricky Rolfe. Rolfe looks like he is settling in, letting the lead lap cars go now and trying to settle in best he can. Down the backstretch into turn 3, it continues to be Phil Scott's race. Last race was the Chittenden Milk Bowl in October of 2000. That's been almost 9 full years since Phil Scott has visited Victory Lane, and he's setting himself up to do it here today at Twin State Speedway. Joey DeWiron hanging on to second spot in the 73. Oh, he gets a little sideways coming out of 2. 55 Dragon taking advantage of that, and Dragon shoots low. And Brent Dragon takes second spot away from the 73 of DeWiron. The 8 Karen tried, but DeWiron shut the door. And now Karen gives the 73 a little bump, but DeWiron hangs onto the car and keeps his lane down low. Heavy lap traffic in front of the leader of Phil Scott. He works the outside of Riando in the 4. Now he's on the 18 of Jamie Fisher. The 34, Todd Davis, off the pace, pushed a 3-wide pass as he skirted by on the inside. 55 of Phil Scott has made his way past the heavy lap traffic. Now he's got Mark Hayward in the 77 car to work with, and then clear sailing for a few laps. Meanwhile, the number 3-point driver, the 97 Joey Pohl, who has not been that dominant, his dominant self today, is a straightaway from going a lap down, and he has just finally cleared the 81 of Punky Karen, and he's got some clean race trying to see if he can gain some ground on the top 10. Right now, your leader is the 55 the 55 car of Phil Scott. Second place, 55 Vermont, Brent Dragon. Third place, the 73 of Joey DeWiron. Running in fourth, the 26 of John Donahue. Fifth place now is Guy Karen as he fades back just a little bit to fifth spot. Running in sixth, the 02 Randy Potter. Seventh place is Aaron Fellows in car number 29. Running in eighth is Dallas Trombley in car number 25. Chip Grenier, ninth in car number 9. 10th place, the 37 car of Brian Orr. Running in 11th, the 89 Scott Paye. 12th place, the 2 of Danielle DeCoste. 13th is Ben Rowe in car number 10. 14th, unofficially, is the 79 car of Daryl Keene. And in 15th is the 97 of Joey Pohl on the lead lap. 16th place is the 10 of Stefan DeCoste and the 81 of Punky Karen. is 17th. 18th is car number 33 of Mark Palmisano. 19th, the 38 of Tyler Cahoon. And running in 20th is car number 11 of Brian Town. 21st and going down one lap is the 7 of Eric Williams. As the 55 Phil Scott puts him a lap down. 20 cars on the lead lap at the moment. Phil Scott about to put the 20th car a lap down. We had a caution on lap 1. And on the restart have been caution-free since. As we're at about the lap 40 mark unofficially here at Twin State Speedway. And it's been Phil Scott's show. The Senator from Montpelier, Vermont. And the Harrison Ready Mix Lamberton Electric car number 55 Ford Fusion has been setting the pace all day long. And he is looking for his invitation to the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Phil Scott has finally made his way through heavy lap traffic and now has clean racing. Trouble, turn 4. 38, Tyler Cahoon goes around in turn 4. Caution is out. Yellow flag, caution on the speedway. Here we go at a turn 4. Green flag. Oh, trouble. Turn 2. Aaron Fellows goes around. We'll see if he can refire the car, and he cannot. Yellow flag. Caution on the speedway. Scott in the 55. On the inside of a lapped automobile. Here they come out of turn 4. Green flag. Green is down, and we got a good mixed match of cars as we have a lot of lead lap cars mixed in with lapped automobiles, trying to get out of the way and trying to get moved out of the way as we click off lap 59. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. Phil Scott's your leader. He's got 3 lap cars of cushion before he gets to the 55 of Brent Dragon. And then 3 more cars back to the 26 of John Donahue, who is being dogged by the 02 of Randy Potter. Potter battling for a 3rd spot with the 26 of Donahue. Among the lap car of the 41 of Pete Podvin. Meanwhile, Phil Scott has clean green racetrack in front of him all the way. Around this 3rd mile, Twin State Speedway. Front of the field starting to get a little bit single file there and trying to get settled. But the 55 Brent Dragon is definitely trying to find a way around some of this lap traffic so he could have a shot at Phil Scott. But right now he's mired deep in it right now. Oh, gets sideways out of turn 4. As the 7 of Eric Williams was trying to put up a challenge. Now the 55 Dragon gets to the inside of the 11 car of Town. Eric Williams heads for pit road. 55 Dragon on the inside of car number 11 of Brian Town. The 33 of Palmisano right there as well. Also a lapped automobile. As those 2 drivers continue to race side by side in front of the lead lap car, the 55 of Dragon. Now they settle that and go single file. Dragon shoots to the outside, gets around Palmisano, And now he's going to be looking at the 11 car of Brian Town. Then he's got the 4 car of Chris Riano to deal with before he can even get a look at the 55 of Phil Scott. Meanwhile, 26 John Donahue is your third place driver. And he's feeling the pressure from the 02 of Randy Potter. Potter working the outside. Lap car of Mark Hayward from Unity, New Hampshire straight ahead. The 26 Donahue has Palmisano in his crosshairs. Palmisano gives him a brake check. 26 Donahue changes lanes, forces the 02 Potter back. And now here comes the 8 car. Guy Caron back down to battle for 4th spot. He'll take that away from Potter. 73 Joey DeWiron now joining this battle. It's a heavy battle for 4th spot right now in turns 1 and 2. All this in the rearview mirror of 3rd place driver John Donahue. Oh, and Caron goes around. Guy Caron in the 8 gets lifted off the backstretch. Yellow flag, caution on the speedway. Of Caron is done for the night. 70 laps complete, 30 remain out of turn 4. Green flag. Green is down in the 4 car of Chris Riando, giving the leader a run for his money for a lap position. '55 of Phil Scott. 55 Brent Dragon, nose to tail, 1st and 2nd in the lap car of Riando right there. A thorn in the side of Phil Scott at the moment. Scott almost able to put him in the rearview mirror. He tries it again in turns 3 and 4. Riando hanging tough, and now Riando drifts high. And Scott will get some clear running room, some clear racing room here in about a lap. Oh, look out, the 55. Scott gets sideways out of 4. 55 dragging on the binders behind him. We're all right. As Riando continues to race hard, your lead cars. And he's a lap down out of turn 4. Riando backs off, and now the 55 Scott has all the running room he needs, and off he goes. He gets the grip he needs off turn 2. Brent Dragon right there, however, in the rearview mirror. Now your top 2 cars with clean running room. From now until essentially the end of the race, if we stay green, with less than 30, about 25 to go now for the 55 of Phil Scott, 55 Brent Dragon, 26 John Donahue in 3rd, and Joey DeWiron 4th in the 73. Brent Dragon has caught the 55 of Phil Scott, and he's all over him. Scott in the 55 green, Dragon in the 55 yellow. Scott keeping it glued to that low groove. 55 Dragon trying the high lane, that's not working. As now Brent Dragon gets a wheel up on the outside of Phil Scott. Down the backstretch in turn 3, a pair of 55s. Scott in the green car, Dragon in the yellow car. Scott hangs on to it. Your leaders are nose to tail coming out of turn 4. 55 Brent Dragon, 55 Phil Scott. Oh, and Randy Potter pulls out in front of the leader and takes out Phil Scott. 77 Hayward involved, but the 02 Potter spins in turns 1 and 5. Here we go. Brent Dragon on the inside of a lapped automobile. Then it's the 26 of John Donahue. Here comes your field out of turn 4. Green flag. Brent Dragon and Harris to lead. 26 Donahue second, 3rd place to 73 of DeWiron. as they battle down the backstretch. One-lap car. The 4 continues. Chris Riando continues to be a factor in the lead battle as John Donahue is trying to catch the 55 of Dragon. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4, it's Brent Dragon. 26, Donahue. Joey DeIron now under pressure from the 89 of Scott Paye. Paye in the 89 on the outside of the 73 of Joey DeIron. And the 26 Donahue has caught the 55 Brent Dragon. Both of these drivers are already invited into the ACT Invitational at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And they are just looking for a win here tonight. Dragon 6 in points coming into tonight. A far stretch from 5th place. But every bit helps. Although 5th place is right behind him in John Donahue, so. But looking to get a win on the American Canadian Tour US Series here. He's had 9 starts, 5 top 10s, 2 top 5s. Looking for his first win of the season. And his 9th career. He'll tie Phil Scott for 9 career American Canadian Tour wins if he can pull it off here tonight. And he's got less than 10 laps to do it. Oh, trouble, turn 2, the 9 goes up into the dirt bank. Yellow flag, caution on the 55 on the inside of the 26 of John Donahue. Out of turn 4, green flag. 7 laps remain to decide it all, and Dragon gets the jump. Brent Dragon gets the jump on the inside. 26 Donahue falls in behind. 89 Scott Paye, 3rd place right there as well as he's caught the top 2. Paye from 19th starting position up to 3rd in the Willett Plumbing and Heating car. He's working his way up into the top 3 and has got his sights set on 2nd place. 5 laps to go. 5 to go as they cross the line that time. We're looking at 4 to go right now. And it's Brent Dragon in the 55, 26 Donahue, and the 89 of Paye, your top 3. Joey DeIron is 4th. 5th place is your battle. 37, Brian Hoare on the inside. The 2 of Danielle DeCoste on the outside as they battle for 5th spot. Down the backstretch, we're going to come to 2 laps to go this time. 2 laps to go for Brent Dragon in the 55, 26 Donahue, 89 Paye. 1 more when they come back, just a lap and a half now, and Brent Dragon will take home the checkers in his 9th career American Canadian Tour win. White flag this time, 1 to go. 89 Paye, seeing if he's got anything left in the tank to go for 2nd place. It looks like he does not, and the checkers are in the air. Out of turn 4, 55, Brent Dragon, your winner. 2nd place, John Donahue. 3rd place, Scott Paye, the 73 DeIron, and the 37 of Brian Hoare, your top 5. An interesting turn of events in the final laps. Takes Phil Scott out of the running order, and Brent Dragon inherits it, and he had to defend it. It wasn't given to him as the 26 Donahue right there, 89 Paye not far behind. but he brings it home, ladies and gentlemen, for his 9th career American-Canadian Tour victory into the start-finish line. Let's have a round of applause as he gets unstrapped, takes the window net down, and when he climbs out of the car, let's give him a nice Twin State Speedway round of applause here as he gets ready in the Beverage Mart number 55, the Chevy Monte Carlo from Milton, Vermont, Brent Dragon, ladies and gentlemen. Many Dragons have run many of laps here at Twin State Speedway, and this generation has taken another win. Congratulations, Brent. What a crazy race, especially towards the end, but a good run for you here tonight. Your 9th career ACT win ties you for 4th on the all-time list with Phil Scott.
Well, you know, this one might have been Phil's. He had a pretty good car there, and we were pressuring him pretty good, and it's too bad he got wrecked. I'd like to see that race come down to the end. It would have been a lot of fun. But I got to thank the crew. This is the first time we've won in the States this year, so we've won 2 Canadian races, so everybody can stop picking on me about that.
Congratulations. Now, do you think, did you have enough for Phil if it came down to that?
I think so. Phil was pretty tight up off the corners there, and there was a bunch of times I could have stuck my nose in there and got up to his door pretty easy, you know. But Phil's a good racer, races me clean, and if it came down to the end, it probably would have been a little tougher. But it's still a good race, and thank everybody.
Congratulations, Brent Dragon, ladies and gentlemen, winner of the Twin State 100 here at Twin State.